Why hello there, and welcome back to Castlevania Lords of Shadow, the first Ultimate Edition. Alright, so last time we were on the hunting path. Today, we're going to take a little trip into the Dead Bog. Let's go in and see what awaits, shall we?
Alone again, with only his thoughts as company, he continues on his journey to find the one he seeks. Who or what was that strange creature? There is a power here that few know, a power that could have some influence on events. Perhaps the Guardian of the Lake is aware of him now and offers aid in his quest. There is just the small matter of the Dead Bog to overcome, a place that has claimed the lives of many of the Brotherhood. The smell of death is strong here, and danger lies around every corner, but nothing will stop him. Nothing will stand in his way.
Huh. Alright, so we are actually at our first proper level that isn't a single fight or a kind of chase sequence. We got a trial for today, which is essentially defeat 50 goblins before completing the level. We'll see how we do with that, right? Now, there are collectibles, but since I'm way ahead in the game at this point, we won't be able to collect any at the moment. Like, there should have been one off that guy, possibly one on that guy. And there'll be a couple spots later on where there'll be dead bodies that are kind of hidden where you would expect to pick something up, right? So, my plan for that is, at the end of each chapter, I'm going to do a bonus video and we're going to go through each of the scroll entries that we picked up for that particular chapter. I'll also place it in the thread for those of you who don't want to watch the bonus video. I'll probably do the same thing with bestiary entries too. And we get our first look at our goblins. And a little bit of light humor. That's kind of neat. Alright, so at our current state, these goblins are no threat at all. We'll wipe this place out in a pretty quick fashion. Oh yeah, to collect the magical orbs that will replenish our magic, you just have to press in one of the joystick buttons. Ooh. Well, goodbye, guy. Now that's an introduction to the hands in the swamp. I'll be talking about that here momentarily, as soon as we get the chance to move around. There we are. Alright, so you see that little spot in the water? It looks like air bubbles and circular things come out of it. If you go across that while those things are there, hands from the deep will grab you and they will try to drag you down. How you can avoid that though is pressing the button at the right time. Let's see if I can show this off here. Alright, so you see how that circle shows up? It's a timed event, but since there's no letter associated with it or button, any button will actually complete that QuickTime event. Now there is a particular path through any of these areas. Ooh, someone's watching us. That you have to take. If you notice, I'll be treading through the darker area and not the bright green areas. That's because if you travel through the bright green area of the swamp, you're actually going to get poisoned. So you have to travel along the darker path if you want to actually survive. Now this stage also has branching paths, as you're seeing right here, where we can actually go left or right as soon as I deal with these goblins. and learn that I can almost indefinitely fly right there. Super easy to deal with. We're gonna get those 50 goblins no problem. But that also requires us to do a little searching and seeing if we can find all their camps. And so right here maybe one of the areas I'm talking about, where you have a dead body that sits practically in the middle of nowhere, kind of hidden away, right? He should have a scroll on him, but due to the fact that we picked one up on my previous run of this spot, there is no scroll to be had. And we can still split the path left or right. So let's go left this time around. Now another thing to note, I don't think I see it here, is I think we're supposed to be slowly sinking in as we progress, so there may or may not be an actual time limit to get across. Hence why I jumped that, but I also jumped that to try to avoid the pool where the hands may be. You don't want to have grabby hands on you. And there we go. Ah, darn. Still more routing to do. So we got 3 ways to go. We can go right or left, but if we take this path now, we can go forward or right. Forward seems like the way we want to go, so I'm going to actually see if I can circle back around and take an alternate route to where we need to be. And plus, this will allow us to access a hidden item we wouldn't normally be able to reach. Or we would if we took the different route if we took the left route instead of going right. Ah, this place is confusing. And that's what happens if you touch the greener areas of the swamp. Yeah, see? We circled right back around to the camp. So let's see what happens if we take the right route this time, right? Alright. Ready? Here we go. Nope. Ha! Grubby hands have nothing on us. Okay, so we don't really have an alternate route here. It's just, hey, do you want to go the long way around or the short way around? We're going to take the short way because it's the quickest. There we go. Huh. Oh, more of these guys. Alright. So there is one more technique I didn't show off earlier that we will be seeing here. And it's due to the fact that you shouldn't be able to pull the move off until later on, because we don't get a weapon attachment for it until, well, actually later on in this very level, to be exact. It should come up at this camp or the next. It's probably going to show up right here at this particular camp. And you probably already saw a preview of it earlier at the first goblin camp, I think? Alright. So this goblin camp is kind of unique in that... Oh, there we are. This goblin camp is kind of unique in the fact that I think the goblins just infinitely respawn here. There is actually no way of clearing this place out. Alright, so you notice how we threw our whip at him and dragged him in, right? We're not actually supposed to be able to do that at this juncture, due to the fact that we don't have the chain attachment to our whip, or we shouldn't have the chain attachment to our whip at this stage. But again, this isn't a new game. We're a little ways into the main game itself, and there's no way to actually reset the progress as I've tried to check. But this can be a great opportunity to kill the 50 goblins that are required to actually complete our trial here. Ooh, watch out. Now for added bonus, yes, we can pick up the bombs and we can definitely toss it back at the goblins if we wanted to. Alright, 3 more to go. Let's do this. And there we go, we hit our 50. See? Didn't fail a trial this time around, right? Now at this juncture, I don't actually realize that these guys are going to keep respawning. I just think there's like a set limit to them. And there's so many of them too. Now since we're here for a little bit, I have put some thought into it, and I will actually attempt to try to get 100%, because there are some items that we can pick up which will make things a lot easier in the end game. And again, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do it, but I will at least try. So we'll be going through whatever trials we can and that kind of deal. But I'll usually relegate those to the to a bonus video too, because I'm not going to try to 100% every level as I go through them on their first run. That would actually be kind of impossible, especially when it comes to like the trials. Will take more than one. Well, yeah, it'll take more than one run at it to actually do it the correct way or at all. Again, there should be a scroll here, but there isn't. So let's take a look at this. Let's see if I can time this. So far, so good. Just wait it out. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh. And that's what happens if we fail the grabby hand quick time event. So let's do this again and hopefully not fail as badly. Oh yeah, check it out. We do have another special weapon, the fairies. However, we actually aren't supposed to have these guys right now. We actually picked these things up in the next stage or two. Come on, there we go. Grabby hands have nothing on us. As I've already said though. So while we have them, we'll actually try to see what the fairies do. I myself don't actually remember what they actually do. I think when I threw them at an enemy earlier, they just circled around them, but I think they're supposed to hurt them too. Alright, here we go. More goblins that we actually don't need to kill because we already hit our 50, and they're dead. Oh, I got something special for you guys. There we go. Maybe it just pesters them, and that's all it really does. Anyway, back here is really nothing but a health fountain, which is an absolute necessity considering the health I'm at right now. Here we are. Yeah, there's nothing else out here. It's just that guy. Eh. So up here is an old church. We can't actually go in the front door, so we have to find an alternative way in, which is just around the corner here. We're starting to get a better look at our friend there. Don't worry, we won't be dealing with him for a small bit.
Forgive me, brother, but my need is far greater than yours.
That's right. We now have a chain whip that can allow us to grapple to things if we wanted to. It's freaking sweet and absolutely necessary for some parts of the game. Alright, so there's nothing else in here. On my original run of this area, I actually did miss a treasure chest. I thought it was in here, but it's actually not. And we're going to see it a little later. Alright, so all we gotta do is use the grab button when that thing lights up like it is. Like that. And we're ready to roll. Ooh, that guy almost got us. So, was this the Giga Troll or something? I don't actually remember the name of this particular monster. But this is the fool that's been chasing us around throughout the level. Or at least hiding in the shadows, biding its time until we reached about here. He's a pretty tough enemy to start with. Once he actually breaks out the, well, what is that, pillar type setup there? He can send a shockwave that goes across the entire arena. But his regular ground pound will also send a fairly large shockwave that doesn't go across the entire arena. Like that. Something I should have mentioned before. In the last episode while we were fighting the lycanthropes, you noticed that we threw a dagger at one of them and they exploded. That's because certain enemies actually have certain weaknesses to specific items that we can get later on. And since the daggers are tipped with silver, it acted as a one-hit kill to the lycanthropes. Now, I don't know if that actually works against the wargs. We'll have to try it out. I'm pretty sure we'll just hurt them pretty badly, but not actually insta-kill them like it did to their more anthropomorphic brethren. Ugh. That's what failing a quick time event will do. Ooh, man. We can do this. Just gotta find some more energy and then get close enough to whip them. Now, the angel power we have, I thought was supposed to increase our health. It probably does, but it does it at such a slow manner that it's actually kind of negligible right now. Oh, here we go. Let's try this again. And, frickin' failure. Come on, we can do this. Ooh. Uh-oh. Alright, let's finish him off. I must be doing something wrong. What is wrong with my timing there? It looks like I hit it whenever it goes within that circle, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Oh well. So we die a couple more times against this guy, so this should be the successful version of this. Hopefully. Good luck there. Ooh. Ah, missed. Ooh. I wonder though, does killing him count as our goblin count? I guess we'll see once he's dead and see if the number actually goes up to 80. Alright, let's do this. Yeah. Yeah. And. Alright, quick time Y, let's go. Ooh, man, he's dead. All that trouble for that. Right, so we have a chest there. I actually missed this chest on my original run of this where I just took that and left. So let's pick this up and see what I missed. Oh. Huh. More daggers. Okay. I can live with that. So there's really nothing else around this area, but I'm going to check to be on the safe side. And it looks like it's time for us to go. Here we are. And we're out. There's nothing back here. That looks like the way to go, so I'm going to avoid that. Oh, sweet! A health item. There we go. And let's take one quick look back and see if we missed anything. Nope. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Alright, to be sure, there actually is nothing else to this level. The exit's right over there. We just have this one last bit of platforming that we have to undertake. And, well, yes, we could go down to the next platform. There's this guy right there. He would normally carry a scroll, but again, we picked it up earlier, so it's not there anymore. You know, You can't actually jump from there to the raised platform behind us. There we are. Use our hook and we're gonna head down. And we're gonna proceed on. I really do like some of the... Well, I really do like the environments this game gives us. They all look so friggin' awesome. And check it out, we've completed the Dead Bog. Hooray! So thanks for watching, and join me next time as we continue on to Pan's Lair. I'll see you there.